Jake Paul's fights are 100% scripted. When Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, he hit him with a strong right hand. Jake Paul then made this face to signal to Mike to calm down. He also made the same face when he fought Tyron Woodley. It literally looks like he's sending a...
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are reportedly facing a lawsuit over allegations of rigging their fight, while Netflix deals with backlash for technical issues during the live event. Viewers reported buffering, crashes, and poor quality feeds at crucial moments, leading to lawsuits accusing Netflix of failing to deliver a promised premium experience. Meanwhile, the fight itself became a hotbed of controversy as fans analyzed Tyson's performance, questioning why his ferocity in training footage didn't translate to the ring. Was it strategy, fatigue, or something more deliberate? Social media lit up with debates, with many accusing the fight of being staged to protect both fighters' reputations. What started as a marquee event has now left a cloud of doubt over everyone involved.
Day 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. Get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
Jake Paul didn't take the rumors lying down, firing back at critics who accused the fight of being rigged. He argued that his boxing skills and the fight's pace left Tyson struggling to perform at his peak. Meanwhile, Tyson, approaching 60, faced a divided audience. Some admired his courage to compete, while others speculated his motives were more financial than competitive. Questions lingered about whether the fight was a genuine contest or a calculated spectacle, leaving fans debating its authenticity and legacy.
Mike's too old for this fight. Tell him what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
Well.
Whoa. I don't think they're going to do that, Mike.
Jake Paul's manager, Nakisa Bidarian, fiercely defended the event, dismissing rigging claims as baseless speculation fueled by overanalyzed fan theories. However, skepticism persisted as clips of Tyson's seemingly subdued punches and the fight's odd pacing circulated, deepening the controversy. This wasn't just a boxing match, it became a cultural phenomenon that blurred the lines between sport and entertainment. Fans were left with more questions than answers. What was real, what wasn't, and does it even matter? Over 100 million people streamed the fight simultaneously, marking a historic moment for online sports broadcasting. Netflix, venturing into live sports, seemed poised for a groundbreaking success, until technical issues and lawsuits cast a shadow over the achievement.
He told this young lady that legacy is nothing and that he doesn't care about legacy, which is an indication that he sold his soul. Netflix sat him down. Hey, we just got to make this look good. Hey, Mike, this is the new day and age. Think about the bag, think about the money. Let's not talk about the buffering fight that we had with Netflix last night, with all due respect. But I think Mike realized that signing a contract to do this and to script this fight was a big mistake. And now he ultimately regrets it. This shifts the landscape of...
Netflix's ambitious leap into live sports with a Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was hyped as a flawless showcase of its capabilities, but it quickly unraveled into a public relations and legal disaster. Despite aggressive marketing and clear expectations of massive traffic, Netflix's infrastructure failed to deliver, leaving millions of paying viewers frustrated with buffering issues and low-quality streams. Now facing a class action lawsuit accusing the company of breach of contract and deceptive practices, Netflix is at a crossroads. Fans are demanding refunds, critics are calling for accountability, and the platform's reputation is under fire for failing to meet expectations despite its vast resources. As legal battles loom, this event could become a pivotal lesson in the challenges of live streaming, not just for Netflix but for the entire industry. What was meant to be a triumph has turned into a cautionary tale.
He's not in his 40s. He's not even in his early 50s. He's in his late 50s. And before I say whether I think this fight was scripted even just a little bit or not, I just want to say, do you think Mike Tyson would lose a fight to earn some more money? He's already getting $20 million for the fight. Does he want to do this for another $5 million or 20 million? Or how much more money would he need to get paid to actually lose the fight? Like, what's the big difference between 20 million and 30 million or 40 million when you're already Mike Tyson, who's a multi-millionaire who doesn't need any money right now whatsoever? Now, as much as we might have wanted Mike Tyson to show a little bit of his old self with that movement, getting his feet in and knocking out Jake Paul. The fact of the matter is, his legs were...
In the aftermath of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, controversy erupted as fans dissected Tyson's performance, finding stark contrasts between his explosive training footage and his subdued in-ring demeanor. Clips of Tyson seemingly holding back and the fight's unusual pacing, fewer than 100 punches from Tyson across 8 rounds, ignited debates about whether it was strategy or something more calculated. For a legend known for relentless aggression, the lackluster performance felt out of character, fueling accusations of a staged fight. Jake Paul's role in the narrative only deepened the intrigue. While some credited his strategy for neutralizing Tyson, others speculated that the fight was orchestrated to elevate Paul's image while preserving Tyson's legacy. The whispers of scripting cast a shadow over the spectacle, leaving fans questioning whether the event was a genuine competition or a carefully crafted storyline for the cameras.
I'm sorry, yeah, but talk about bullshit. This fight, you're telling me that the one and only, one of the best boxers of all time, only threw 97 punches, and you're telling me this gimp threw 278? But not only that, you're going to tell me as well that Tyson only landed 18. Percentage of 18%. Do you know what? Yeah, if it was not even fair, if it was a fight that was actually legit, I would give this brother props. But it so wasn't. It so wasn't. Mike Tyson did not even open himself up at all. That was the most obvious paid off rigged piece of shit going. Now, I'm not really too fussed because obviously I'm not American. But when you see a sport that used to be based so much on passion, now based on money, it's actually heartbreaking. If you put a no money fight on this, I'm telling you, Mike Tyson rocks his shit. I can't.
The post-fight buzz quickly spiraled into widespread allegations of rigging, as fans dissected the match frame by frame, comparing Tyson's sharp, aggressive training footage to his sluggish performance in the ring. Theories ran wild, with videos scrutinizing every punch and pause, turning the fight into a mystery rather than the expected battle of legends. Jake Paul, true to form, fired back at the critics, dismissing the accusations as baseless and stemming from a lack of understanding of the sport. According to Paul, Tyson's lackluster showing wasn't due to holding back but because Paul outclassed him with superior skills and strategy. Despite Paul's rebuttal, the allegations have left a lingering shadow over the fight's legacy, transforming what should have been a celebrated spectacle into a polarizing debate that refuses to die down.
Literally just finding a reason to hate on any part of it, so it's not just as simple as like, oh, I didn't like that. And they got like sick ass undercard fights, the walkouts, the whole thing was entertaining.
That's true.
There's a fucking pigeon.
There was a pigeon. Richard was there. Some people were disappointed in Mike's performance. They thought Mike would give more. Because you see these videos of him going crazy hard on those pads, doing that shit.
Yep, and people are like, oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads, but he didn't do this in the fight. Because someone is fucking punching back, you dumb fucks. Like, people don't realize my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air. He can't land those punches.
Jake Paul defended his performance by emphasizing his preparation and strategy, claiming he controlled the fight with superior movement, defense, and pacing to wear Tyson down without engaging in risky exchanges. While some fans applauded his tactical approach, others remained skeptical, feeling the fight lacked authenticity. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson's subdued performance left many fans disappointed. Known for his ferocity, Tyson threw fewer than 100 punches across 8 rounds, with most coming early on. His declining output as the fight progressed was stark compared to the relentless aggression that once defined him. These elements only fueled ongoing rigging rumors, dividing opinions on whether the event was a legitimate competition or a scripted spectacle aimed at maximizing entertainment value over sport.
One category, compartmentalize that. If you know, he is young in the game, so I understand a level of that, right? Like, you gotta work your way up. I'm not knocking all the guys he fought up to this point, but at a certain point, bro, like if you really about this, like Jake Paul calls himself the face of boxing. I can't give you that. You're a good salesman, right. You're a good marketer, and you sell tickets. Selling tickets and having interest when you fight is one box that you check if you want to be the face of boxing. It's a few other boxes you ain't checked yet, and one of them boxes is, man, you got to fight somebody and you got to prove yourself. You don't get to sidestep that.
Mike Tyson's priorities in the fight have sparked debate, with some fans suggesting his focus wasn't on winning but on proving he could still compete, or, as conspiracy theories allege, intentionally holding back for entertainment value. Despite the ambiguity fueling rigging rumors, Tyson earned respect for stepping into the ring at his age against a much younger opponent and going the full 8 rounds without being knocked out. His effort showcased remarkable physical and mental resilience. However, opinions in the boxing world remain divided. While many praised Tyson for giving fans another chance to witness his greatness, others questioned whether he compromised his legacy for a large payday. For Jake Paul, the fight brought both validation and controversy, while for Tyson, it posed the bittersweet question of whether this event will enhance or overshadow his legacy. Together, they crafted a spectacle that remains a hot topic of debate.
First of all, my hat goes off to him for going 8 rounds with anybody.
Absolutely.
Period. You understand me? I mean, a 58-year-old going 8 rounds, I don't care if they're 2 minutes, 3 minutes. A 58-year-old going 8 rounds is out of this world, number one. Number two, there are things that probably he could have done a little bit more of, or a little bit better had he really been trying to do that. But at the same time, what people don't understand is Jake does have a really good straight right hand and a good overhand right and a good right uppercut. So when you try to throw your uppercut, your right uppercut, being that you're 58 years old, you really expose yourself to be hit with his right hand or his overhand right, which are the best 2 punches he got. So in my defense for Mike, why would I go out there throwing uppercuts at 58 years old when I know that that's just going to open me up for a shot that he may catch me with and end my night? Humiliation.
The fight may be over, but the debates rage on, with fans divided over its authenticity and legacy. As rigging allegations gained traction, Jake Paul's manager, Nakisa Bidarian, swiftly dismissed them, calling the claims baseless and disrespectful to both fighters. He argued that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson approached the match with professionalism, dedicating months to preparation, and emphasized the logistical and ethical implausibility of staging such a high-profile fight. Bidarian asserted that staging a fight of this magnitude would require coordination among trainers, referees, and regulators, making it nearly impossible. For Bidarian, the accusations not only undermined Jake and Tyson but also questioned the very integrity of the sport. While the controversy continues to fuel debates, one undeniable fact remains: the event left a lasting impact, sparking discussions that will linger long after the final bell.
The only thing that bothers me is the continued kind of narrative and people saying the fight was rigged. I saw something from Michael Irwin, was
the football player.
He was on the broadcast. He actually sat there with Jerry Jones. I saw something this week where he's like, oh yeah, I saw the contract and Mike couldn't throw an uppercut. It's like, I'm concerned that there's a CTE problem there for Michael Irwin, because how would you see the contract to begin with that, Mike Tyson couldn't throw an uppercut? I mean, it's beyond lunacy and the realm of like just reality of life. This was a regulated professional bout by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, the Texas Athletic Commission. And we were partners with Netflix, the biggest media company in the world, who's a public company. And for anyone to suggest that this was in any way a rigged fight, they're either dumb or they're looking for attention. And I get it, like putting up posts that, proof.
Despite Nakisa Bidarian's firm dismissal of rigging accusations, skepticism persisted among fans who meticulously analyzed the fight for signs of irregularities. Clips of Mike Tyson seemingly holding back punches circulated widely, with critics arguing his performance was far from his legendary style. Others attributed it to Tyson's age and Jake Paul's strategic approach. Bidarian insisted Jake's superior boxing skills controlled the fight's rhythm, making it difficult for Tyson to dominate. He encouraged fans to value the skill and effort shown by both fighters instead of entertaining conspiracy theories. However, the shadow of doubt proved hard to dispel, leaving many questioning whether the event was more spectacle than sport. Meanwhile, Tyson announced his retirement shortly after the fight, officially closing the book on his in-ring career. At nearly 60, Tyson exits the sport as a legend, his legacy solidified despite the controversies surrounding his final bout.
Was that fight a black eye on boxing?
Yes.
How could you say that?
Of course it is. Number one, it was sanctioned. Let's not forget this.
8 2-minute rounds.
This fight was sanctioned.
Yeah.
How is Mike even passed the health check to get that fight sanctioned? Now, how can you sanction a 27-year-old, fit, strong guy that can punch with both hands? How are you sanctioning that against a guy that's not fought really for 20 years? I mean, if we discount the Roy Jones, that's a black eye on boxing. The fact that someone can be shown that paperwork and say, yeah, let's sign that one. That's fine. We're good to go.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
I know
black
there
eye
were
on the
some
law.
states who said thanks, but no thanks.
There you go. So that's a black eye on the sport already. And then Jake fighting Mike's a black eye. Like, why is Jake? I love Jake, by the way. Jake, you know, I'm a big fan of yours, Jake. And I've said this 110 times. I like what Jake's doing for the sport. I love what he's doing for Amanda Serrano and all the other fighters on the MVP promotions. Just fight someone your age.
Several notable opponents have emerged for Jake Paul, with Daniel Dubois and Artur Beterbiev standing out as prime contenders. Both fighters are known for their power and skill, and a matchup with either would mark a significant challenge for Paul, who has faced criticism for not facing top-tier competition. Taking on these seasoned opponents would not only test his skills but also help him gain respect within the boxing world. A victory could silence his critics and elevate him to serious contender status, but a loss could expose his limitations and halt his progress. It's a high-risk, high-reward situation, and Paul seems ready to embrace it.